In this example, we are using the same spinner, but we're asked, what is the probability of spinning blue or white on this spinner? So remember, we begin by putting an uppercase P to represent probability. And then inside parentheses, we put the event that we are looking at. Here, we're wondering what's the chance of spinning blue or white? Now we count the number of favorable outcomes. If we look at the spinner, we can see that there are 6 sections on the spinner, but how many of them are the outcome that we want? How many are blue or white? Of course, we can see that there are 2 sections that will give us a favorable outcome out of a total of 6 possible outcomes or 6 sections on the spinner. So the probability of spinning blue or white is 2/6. Now, some of you might notice that 2/6 can actually be simplified to 1/3. You can go ahead and simplify that if you like, but it's also fine at this stage in the game if you would like to keep that fraction as 2/6. So I'm going to quickly put this into a sticky note, and then we'll begin looking at the other ways that we can express this probability. Now, some of you might recall from our last unit that 1/3 converts to a decimal of zero point 0.3 repeating. If, however, your memory has faded over the holiday break, then you can, of course, use your calculator and you can enter 2 divided by 6 or 1 divided by 3 to get your answer and convert that fraction into a decimal. But of course, it is 0.333333, and that 3 just keeps on repeating. Now again, percent means for every 100. So we can simply look at how many hundredths we have in our decimal number, 33 hundredths, and some other little parts. Or we can take our decimal and multiply by 100 to convert it to a percentage. That, of course, will give us a percent of 33.3 repeating. Or if we were going to round, we could just put 33.3%. I'm going to add a little bar notation here to show that that 3, in fact, does repeat. And finally, we need to convert our probability into ratio notation. I would recommend looking back at your fraction form and just swapping out that fraction line for a colon. So for a fraction of 2/6, you would write the numerator of 2 followed by a colon and then the denominator of 6. Or that can be simplified to a ratio of 1 to 3. Thanks so much, everybody, and please be sure to reach out if you have any questions.